Yo, what's up? It's your man Henry Aaron Westbrooks, and I'm gonna make this video right now and give you 10 tips on how to deal with stress. Okay, so real quick, hit the like button. That's gonna make you feel good. All right, that right there is gonna make you feel good. It's gonna make me feel good. That's for sure. All right, guys. If you're new to the channel, what we do is talk about life, business, relationships, and shit like that. All right, so welcome. If you're already tuned in and you've been watching, thanks for coming back. Whatever you do, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you stay subscribed to the channel because we drop videos pretty regularly. Hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of those videos. And without any further ado, here are 10 tips on how to deal with stress. Okay, guys? Number one, the first tip I got for you guys is to, believe it or not, avoid caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol. Now, I know this is going to be a tough one for all you coffee addicts out there. You're like, oh man, my Starbucks, I got to stop drinking my Starbucks. And a lot of you guys out there who drink Red Bulls and Monsters and all that garbage, really, it's full of refined sugars, to be honest with you. I mean, here's the deal. You don't have to cut it out of your body completely or cut it out of your diet completely, guys. But it just means, like, be aware of the effects that, alcohol, nicotine, and caffeine have on your body, right? See, maybe don't avoid it, but reduce it, because what happens is they're actually stimulating your body, I should say, right? And stimulating your body is going to make you feel more stressed. It doesn't calm you down. You get what I'm saying here? So when you're ingesting these things that are keeping you stimulated, you're going to find it hard to be at ease and to feel relaxed, okay? So that's key here, guys. Lower the consumption of your nicotine. That means you're smoking, your Juuls, your fucking puff bars, all of that shit, guys. Keep it to a minimum, honestly, all right? Alcohol, like, do it socially. Do it only on the weekends. Do it only to celebrate. Don't just drink to fucking pass time and shit like that, all right? It's gonna essentially get you fucked up, and then, yeah, you'll just not be happy at all. You'll be all types of discombobulated, guys. Like, you don't want to be an alcoholic. Like, that should go without being said, and then obviously the caffeine, guys, like, minimize the amount of caffeine. Just keep it to a minimal. Try water for example. Water is really good for you guys, or herbal teas, natural fruit juices, things like that. That way you're staying hydrated and you still have some good energy from, natural supplements, and you're not going to feel stressed. Your emotional levels and shit like that aren't going to be peaking and fluctuating. You're going to be chilling. All right, guys, so keep that in mind. The second tip to avoid stress and deal with stress is to indulge in physical activity, guys. So that means you're working out. That means that you're staying active, whether it's cardio, whether you're hitting the gym, you're swimming, you're going to the park and playing some type of extracurricular sport. I don't care what it is you do, but you got to do something, okay? You can't sit on your ass all day because you're going to get tight, and the hormones inside your body for fight or flight, they're hardwired inside of you, guys, and they're actually made to protect you. So the more physical activity that you're doing, it's actually surrogating your metabolism, and it's going to help you stay calmer and more aware during those times when fight or flight comes to the picture, right? You're gonna have your endocrine system and everything that you've been doing cardiovascular wise and physically as far as activity goes, it's gonna have you in better shape. It's gonna have your homeostasis in check, right? And then you'll be more keen on how to act, and your body will literally, biologically and physiologically, psychologically, it'll be more susceptible and suited, I should say, for those moments. All right, so keep that in mind, because again, when you're stressed, you're tense, you're just really compressed. Okay, you got to go outside and get some fresh air. So that even like a walk is literally good enough to get some physical activity. So just keep that in mind. Regular physical activity will actually also improve the quality of your sleep, which ties into the third tip I've got for you guys, which is getting more sleep, okay? There's a good chance that you're just not getting enough sleep, which is causing your stress, okay? A lack of sleep is a significant cause of stress, guys. Unfortunately, though, stress also interrupts your sleep. as thoughts, keep wiring through your head. They stop you from relaxing and getting a good night's sleep. I've been there before, trust me, I've been there where I can't sleep. I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that, and it's like, damn, I wish I could just turn the brain off for a second to sleep mode, right? So rather than relying on medication or drugs or anything like that to maximize your sleep, guys, just make sure your bedroom is at a tranquil level and everything's set, like the temperature. It should be under 70 degrees. Between 65 and 70 degrees is scientifically proven to be the best sleeping temperature. Make sure you got a comfortable setting, like the beds and everything. It's comfortable, it's warm, it's clean, it smells good. Make sure that when you're sleeping, you're going to bed at an appropriate hour. The body is meant to sleep at nighttime, which is when it's dark, which also means that you should have your blinds closed or some blackout curtains so that there's not a lot of light penetrating. So this helps you get quality sleep. Now, tying back into the caffeine and all that stuff, if you're drinking that stuff or taking it in, do it in the daytime. Like, don't do it right before bed or in the evening, because that's gonna fuck up your sleep, right? That should make sense for you guys, but a lot of you don't even think about these things. You're smacking like coffees and Red Bulls at like 4 or 5, 6 p.m. It's like, all right, well, you're gonna be up till 2, 3 in the morning, and if that's your plan, that's your plan. Now, that doesn't mean that you're gonna be stress-free though, right? So we're talking about stress here, because I personally stay up till 2, 3 in the morning anyways, but I don't take a whole bunch of caffeine or fucking supplements to get there. I'm naturally there at some points, and I'm not stressing. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people right now who are literally relying on those supplements or those drinks or those things, right, to get them through times or get them through the moments. It's like, I don't ever rely on stuff like that. Sure, a pick-me-up is good every once in a while, but just getting more sleep in general, you want it to be as natural as possible, which is going to be possible when it's not affected by, drugs or substances like that. And when it comes to sleep, you should be going to sleep around the same time, roughly the same time. You should give yourself a schedule, so you're not fucking your whole schedule up and making your body out of whack. Because your body and your mind, you should have them connected, and they should be able to predict, together. Oh, body's about to shut down, mind's about to shut down. Let's do this, and it becomes a routine, like clockwork. All right. So moving forward into the fourth tip I've got for how to deal with stress, and that is to try relaxation techniques such as self-hypnosis, deep breathing, meditation, prayer. All these things can help. Even finding words that trigger sense of calmness, like the word calm, peace, or just make an affirmation saying things like, I am relaxed, or I feel calm, or I deserve peace. Whatever the case may be, saying things like that will literally change the vibrational frequency of your body and help you feel less stressed. So you can even think of times, in the past where you were at peace, where you can think of times where you were stress-free, and then try to go back in your mind or to that feeling and just stay there, right? Because one thing I learned is a lot of the stress that you're feeling is due to whatever's happened already or to what's coming up. And if you actually stop and think about the moment, the actual moment is not stressful at all. Ooh, did you get that? That's right. So just keep that in mind. And if you find yourself, getting tense and when you're trying these relaxation techniques, just keep on trying and repeating these things, and it'll eventually become second nature, and you'll reprogram yourself, right? So that is definitely key. I know that one thing along my journey has definitely been meditation. That's been huge for me. Just taking that time to do some introspective learning, to tap into the universe. That has definitely helped me out. And you guys should go check out my video about meditation if you haven't already. It's on my channel. Literally, it's called How Meditation Changed My Life, or something like that, saved my life. So the fifth tip I've got for you guys as far as dealing with stress is just to talk to someone, okay? Literally just talking to someone sometimes can be helpful. Just getting things off your chest and saying what you're feeling or expressing your mind and your emotions can be relieving, all right? It'll literally provide a sense of ease, just saying whatever it is that you want to say. Now talking can work either by distracting you from your stress, or it can help you build up stress. So you got to have effective talking. You got to have effective communication when you're talking. Talk through things. Look for resolutions. Look for problems. And this isn't not problems, but look for problems to be solved. Look for the people who are going to give you aid and compassion and tolerance. You don't want to go like whining and complaining on people. Trust me, that's not what I'm saying. People don't want that. But talk to someone who you know will listen to you, you know, because being stressful can cloud your judgment and prevent you from seeing things clearly. So talking things through with like a friend or a coworker or a family member that you really trust, even a trained professional, can literally give you the best solution sometimes and help you put your problems in perspective. So that right there is key, guys. Just go talk to someone. I know sometimes you might feel like you're alone or you might feel isolated, but that's not the case at all. The world is more connected than ever. All you gotta do is pick up your phone, go on the computer, or even just go to like your local grocery store and just talk to somebody. It can even be a stranger. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, the sixth tip that I've got for you guys as far as dealing with stress is to keep it like a stress diary, if you will, or a journal, or just to write down your thoughts and your feelings and just keep a dialogue with it and then keep it documented, right? Take down the date, the time, the place, and just explain what's going on. Write it down, what you're feeling, what's the episode like, you know? And literally get detailed. Who was there? What were you doing? What did it feel like physically, emotionally, you know? And give them a rating as far as, you know, which one was like more stressful than the other, and then start to see what stresses you out, you know, the most. And this is going to help you avoid certain things and put things in perspective. You know, when you're writing things down and you can reflect on it and understand what triggers you and how certain situations trigger you, that right there is going to give you control, which is my seventh tip for dealing with stress, guys, is to take control. Okay, because stress sometimes can be triggered, you know, by like feelings of, damn, I can't control this, feelings of impossibility. Like when you're in a situation, it's like, damn, I can't solve this, right? So that right there is what I'm saying, guys. There's times when you feel like you are out of control or the situation is out of your control, and there are things that you can't control. Let's say a quick prayer for you. Allow me to. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right, guys. That right there is just to realize that you got to learn to find solutions to your problems. That's going to help you feel more in control of your life. And being in more control of your life gives you peace and stability and confidence. And those right there lower your stress levels, guys. When you have control, you don't have much stress. Okay? When things are out of control and you don't know what's going to happen or where things are headed, that's when you start to get stressful. Okay? So decide on like the good points of everything, the bad points of everything, rationalize it, take a step back, analyze everything, come up with the best solution for all your problems, write it down step by step if you got to. You know, what's going to be done? How's it going to be done? When will it get done? Who's involved? You know, where? All that. Take control. And then you'll start to feel empowered and you won't stress so much, right? You'll just start taking action. All right, guys? So the eighth tip I've got for you for dealing with stress is to learn how to manage your time. You know, so because here's this thing, like sometimes or many times we all feel overburdened or overwhelmed just by feelings, you know, of like, damn, I got so much to do, like that to-do list. You know, there's like, well, I have so much to do. First of all, you got to accept that not everything that you think you have to do needs to get done. And then also realize that everything can't be done at once. All right, guys. So you got to learn to prioritize and keep a organized journal of what it is that needs to be done and what can be put off or not even done at all. Because once you get control of your time, you see, you start to say, wow, I'm managing my time, I'm managing my day, I'm managing my life. I have control, right? See how these all tie together, guys? So learning to manage your time puts things into an organized perspective. It helps you see things, it helps you plan things, and when you have things planned, you just feel much better about yourself and the day and the world and other people and what's going on, right? So that right there just gives you a cool peace of mind because you got control over your time, baby. You managing your time, baby. Now there's an argument that you don't want to manage time, you want to control time. Call it what you want, just be aware of your time. All right, put it like that. Now, the ninth tip I've got for you as far as dealing with stress, guys, is learning to say no. All right, now that's because a common cause of stress is often having just too much to do and too little time to do it all. So there's a lot of times when you're saying yes when you shouldn't. And a lot of times you agree to do things or go places when you shouldn't. And you know that, right? So learn to say no, especially to unimportant things and unimportant requests and people and situations. It's going to help you reduce your stress level. And it's also going to give you confidence. And it's going to help people actually respect you more, right? So learn to say no, and you'll start to become more relaxed. And you won't feel at the mercy, like you won't feel like you're at the mercy of everybody and being tugged and pulled every which way, all right? Learn to say no, even when it's difficult, all right, guys? Even when it's difficult. That is really key, all right? Like, yeah, somebody, asks, they ask for help, and maybe you do want to help them, but is it just because you're trying to be nice and liked? Like, don't do things for the wrong purpose or for the wrong reason, all right? Only say yes for the right reasons. All right, with the right intentions, and say no for the right reasons with the right intentions. A lot of times people have fear of conflict, or somebody like rejecting them or not liking them or missing out, if you say no. But at the end of the day, you got to learn how to say no when it's time to say no. There's really no rules to life, guys. You might even feel reluctant at times to tell people no, and I'll tell you this, the more I say no to people, the more prepared I am to say it again and again and again. So just thinking that, maybe there's going to be times when you got to say no. All right, this is actually a really important point, because there's going to be times, especially if you're in business, if you're handling a relationship, or you're in the household, or you're a father, or you're a mother, you're a CEO, or you're hiring, or you're an investor turning down a pitch, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to say no sometimes, period, bottom fucking line, all right? So practice saying phrases like, I'm sorry, but I can't commit to that, or, you know what, I would, but I have to do other things, so no, or you know what, now's not the best time, I'm in the middle of something, maybe later, or, I would love to, but I got to do something else instead. Like, putting things like that, putting yourself first in a respectable way and saying no, that right there is going to lower your stress, guaranteed. All right? Instead of doing things that you didn't even want to do. Now you're fucking in this situation or you're around these people that you don't even want to be around when you know in the back of your mind you should be doing something else or you should be somewhere else, right? That's the worst. All right, guys? So, last but not least, 10th tip right here for dealing with stress is to just rest. Okay? So, if nothing else is working, just take a break. If you're feeling unwell, if you're feeling sick, if you're feeling just super stressed out and like the world is too much to handle, a nice short spell of rest will do your body justice. It will work your body wonders and it will help you recover. So take a rest. Find a nice quiet area, get a nice comfortable blanket, a nice pillow, put on some nice tranquil music. And just rest. And see how you feel when you wake up from that rest. All right, guys? So I hope this video helped you out. Those are 10 tips on how to deal with stress. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. I would encourage you to do such. And I would also recommend that you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. Turn on the post notification bell. Follow me on Instagram. Get yourself a free stock on Robinhood. And until the next video, stay happy, stay healthy, stay wealthy, stay blessed, and focus on success. I'll see you. Tap in.